World champion Atlanta Braves baseball is presented by Truist. We join you from the beautiful Pacific Northwest and T-Mobile Park, where the Braves and Seattle Mariners meet in Game 2 of a big weekend set. These two playoff hopefuls squared off last night. Atlanta won Game 1, and with that victory found themselves atop the National League Eastern race. And tonight, the Braves send their ace, Max Fried, to the mound looking for a series win in Game 2. Hi again, everybody. I'm Chip. He's Jeff. Welcome to Seattle. Partner, when the Braves went to New York and played the Mets, they dropped 4 out of 5 games. They fell 6.5 games off the pace in the National League's Eastern Division. I think it's safe to say things have changed dramatically over the last 28 days.
Well, when they left Flushing on that Sunday, after that tough 4 out of 5 they lost, they have been really outstanding and been on a roll, the best in baseball. And you can see right here, 23-5 in that 28-game stretch, and they've done it from every angle. The runs, they're hitting, look at that, runners in average in scoring position. The ERA has been outstanding, and the bullpen has done its job. And look at that, the whole reason, outscored opponents by 81 runs. They're on a great run. They were able to overtake the Mets, and right now, you love the way they're playing. If they can keep pressing the issue, you like our chances.
And you love it when Max Fried goes to work in interleague play. He is undefeated facing AL foes. That's a trend we hope continues on a perfect night for baseball in the Emerald City of Seattle. Lineups, first pitch, and Kelly Kroll talking about this dynamic Braves battery as we get you set for the Braves and the M's here on Bally Sports.
Heavy-duty truck. Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
We welcome you back to T-Mobile Park here in Seattle, where we're getting you set for Game 2 between the Braves and Mariners. Max Fried making his first interleague start of the season and the first start against the Mariners in his career. But while the foe may be unfamiliar, he'll have a very friendly and familiar face behind the plate tonight in Travis d'Arnaud. And what this duo has done over the last couple seasons has been something really special. We crunched some numbers and take a look here at Fried working with d'Arnaud, that battery mate, versus anyone else. 22-5, 253 in comparison to 355, and had a chance to catch up with d'Arnaud today. And I just asked him why the lefty seems to get even better and stronger as the season goes along.
He does such a tremendous job at understanding who he's facing, and also him having five pitches makes it difficult for any team to try to face him, especially because he can command all 5 pitches to quadrants, sometimes even more accurately than that too. So as the later the year goes, he gets all the experience of basically figuring out his release point at all his pitches. So by the time, at this time of the year, he's got a good understanding where his ball's going, and he's able to use that to his advantage when he's coming up with game plans against the other teams.
To that point, Max Fried, third best ERA in the second half to only DeGrom and Verlander since 2017. And he will certainly look to extend that good work here down the stretch tonight as he takes on the Mariners. We have Game 2 coming your way here from Seattle, coming up next on Bally Sports.
In Seattle, Washington, glad you're with us across the Southeast as the Braves gun for their 9th consecutive victory tonight. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Dansby Swanson got the Toyota starting lineup going in great shape last night. A single and a 2-run homer later off Robbie Ray, and the Braves did not look back, hitting 4 homers in a Game 1 victory. Tonight, Jeff, they take on right-hander George Kirby, who's 6-3, a former #1 pick.
Yeah, he's been outstanding for them. Mid-90s fastball, good cutter. Got a curveball change. See those last 10 starts for him. Last start was shortened in Cleveland, only went 3 innings with the rain delay. And so tonight, as you're hitting, got to be aggressive, Chip. He does not walk a lot of people. Actually, has not had more than 1 walk to any hitter he's faced. And for Max Fried, 9-0 in interleague play, make it a perfect 10-0.
So Ronald fouls the first pitch of this game back on a 75-degree night in Seattle, Washington. It is hazy here at the ballpark. We'll explain why after Kirby delivers his second pitch of the night. And fouled away. There are huge wildfires in the Pacific Northwest region, north of Washington State, southern British Columbia, and the smoke from those fires has settled in metropolitan Seattle. So if it looks hazy on your monitors, that's why, as the roof is open tonight at T-Mobile Park.
George Kirby's got the highest K-walk rate ratio through his first 20 starts in the big leagues. It's been outstanding.
Well, when you don't walk people and you don't give up home runs,
yeah,
you have a chance to be a good pitcher. And he misses upstairs. It's an even count. So how's he successful? He's around the plate all the time, but nobody seems to hit him.
Well, he mixes it up. He's got that fastball that's high velocity, 95, kind of lives up in the zone. And then I said good cutter changeup curveball combo to go with it.
Ron Washington tries to make a fan in the front row, couldn't get the ball over the net. Ron's got to throw it left-handed. He's got a torn triceps muscle with his throwing arm.
He's been waving too many people all year.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss. So there's that strikeout to walk ratio you were talking about, Jeff. 1 up, 1 down. And Braves shortstop Dansby Swanson, the hitter. He hit his 19th home run here last night.
He couldn't ask for a better start than what the Braves got off to last night. 2-0 through 2 batters.
And a line drive by Dansby. Got a hanging breaking ball and didn't miss it. Swanson continues his sizzling work at the plate, his second hit of the series, and that brings up Austin Riley.
Yeah, hanging breaking ball. The one he pitched, struck out Ronald with, was that cutter. That's going to be something to pay attention to. This was a hanging curveball, and Dansby lines it right in the left field.
So Swanson at first, Austin Riley the batter, the Braves third baseman, has a hit in the series. 35 home runs, 89 driven in. Right back where it came from. Kirby spears that. Second one, first double play. Max Fried to the mound, scoreless first inning in Seattle.
Best there is.
Fried has been dominant. Straw came out. Straw came out. Here's Max Fried at his best. He struck him out. He heats him up with a fastball. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Max Fried just struck out the side. Max Fried will finish with a flourish tonight. And Jeffrey, would it be nice if Max started tonight's game with a flourish? He seeks his 14th victory of the season.
Yeah, look at those numbers. 13-5 last 7 starts, just over a 2 ERA. And as I've said in the thing, chance to go 10-0 career in interleague.
Not too shabby. 9-0 with a 1.56 ERA against the American League. And he faces Seattle's Rookie of the Year candidate Julio Rodriguez. And he takes a quick strike. This kid is having a great year. And already a gigantic big league contract. And they love him here in the Pacific Northwest. That's what makes this series so fun. First the 0-1 pitch. And it's on the ground and through for a leadoff single.
I was going to say, I think we got our American League Rookie of the Year playing today, and the National League Rookie of the Year playing on the other side.
So Scott Service in his 7th year as the manager of the Mariners. His Toyota lineup off to a solid start. Rodriguez leads off. Ty France and Mitch Haniger second and third. Former Red Eugenio Suarez has found new life in Seattle as Max Fried into the stretch after a couple of pitches here tonight. Ty France is the second place hitter. 18 homers and 71 RBIs for him.
Let's see how Rodriguez plays over at first base. I always like to pay attention when you play teams that have not faced Max Fried much. You hear about the pickoff move, but it's one thing to hear about. It's another thing when you see it in person.
Rodriguez has stolen 24 bases on the year. He has a short lead. And it's popped back our way. We are told, Jeff, we are in prime foul ball territory.
I was going to say, that's a good start right there. Not too far.
Packed house in Seattle. Man, the crowds here have been awesome the first 2 games. And a lot of Braves fans have made their way to T-Mobile Park to see the world champs. You'll hear them all night. In the air to right, but Robbie Grossman will have no trouble with that. France lines up, 1 on, 1 away. You played in this park. What makes it distinctive? What makes it unique? How is it from a hitter's perspective?
Well, look, down the lines, the ball will go. It's center field. It gets pretty big, that right center gap. It's a great hitter's background back there. And I've always said it's a fun place to play. When you're used to playing in the heat like this Atlanta team is, you get a chance to come play in some cooler weather. It's kind of nice, and it's a beautiful ballpark. And you kind of look forward to this weekend because of the way both these teams are playing also.
Both the Braves and Mariners in playoff contention. Seattle the 3rd wild card in the American League. The Braves atop the National League East as Mitch Haniger takes a curveball for a called strike. Haniger wore an 0 for last night, 7 homers and 23 driven in. This man hit 39 home runs last year, so he's a dangerous man.
He gave him the not so good move there just to keep him honest.
Haniger's had an injury-filled season to this point for Seattle. He was activated about a month ago with a high ankle sprain that cost him 87 games. But he's back in there tonight against Max Fried, who's 13-5 on the year and faces Seattle for the first time. One and 2. Fried's last start against the Marlins was outstanding. 5 innings of no-hit baseball, but that start was interrupted by a long rain delay in Atlanta too.
I really thought the way he was throwing that day too, he had a chance, Chip, if it got going for a possible no-no. They weren't sniffing anything that day off him.
Swing and a miss. Max Fried has his first strikeout of the game, and Eugenio Suarez will be the hitter.
What a beautiful changeup by Max. You could see Haniger was looking to pull the ball. See that front side fly wide open, and Max took full advantage. A lot of off speed. Curveball, that slider down, and then puts him away with the changeup away.
Well, here's Suarez. He's a big-time power threat, but he also leads the Mariners in strikeouts. Already 180 of them, Jeff, and there's a month of baseball left.
Well, he did that in Cincinnati, if you remember. You could chalk him down for 30 home runs, but he was going to strike out 160-plus times.
Line drive toward left. Rosario slides, can't come up with it. Right off the end of the glove. And Suarez aboard on a sinking line drive to left with 2 outs.
Thought he had a beat on this ball, and he kind of gator armed it here if you take a look. Was not hit as hard as you thought it was.
So ruled a hit, but it hit Rosario right in the leather. And Fried has a little more trouble here with Carlos Santana, who hit 2 home runs here last night. Second multi-homer game of the year for Santana. Braves have seen him a bit. Remember, he played with the Phillies not so long ago.
He's a guy that's got good plate discipline too, so he's going to draw his walks.
Two on, 2 outs, scoreless first inning for Max Fried. Santana, the Seattle designated hitter tonight. Rodriguez a big lead at second for the Mariners. 2 balls and a strike. And man, is he living on that arm side of the plate here in the first inning.
He's got a great changeup, man. That thing is really sinking down and away from these right-handed power hitters for the Mariners.
Deuce is wild for Santana. And to your point, Jeff, couple of close pitches. He's not chasing.
No.
And so with a 3-2 count, Rodriguez from second, Suarez from first will get a head start. Runners go, and fouled straight back. Mariners have a modest 2-game losing streak. Braves trying to extend that tonight. No score, first inning. And Fried will try again with his 17th pitch. He's going right after him.
He reached back a little bit on that pitch. 97. Might be the time that you could throw that perfect changeup again at 89-90, tailing down and away. Got a chance to get a swing and miss.
This guy's been a pro hitter for a long time, over 1,500 major league hits. Couple of foul balls prolong the at bat. Again, we try 3-2. He got him to swing and miss. Jeff, you called it. 2 strikeouts for Max Fried in a scoreless first inning. Atlanta nothing, Mariners nothing. Matt Olson set to lead off inning number 2. The final home games of the regular season are coming up fast, which means the final giveaways of the year are too. The first 15,000 fans at Truist Park on September 20th get the Ron Washington Windmill Wash bobblehead. When the Braves take on the Nationals, go to braves.com/promos to get your tickets today. Matt Olson, Travis d'Arnaud, and Michael Harris coming up in the Atlanta second. No score after one in Seattle. And a little pop into shallow right, and the shift was on. That takes care of Matt Olson. Abraham Toro was in the right place at the right time. Next year, Jeff, that's going to be a hit.
Yep.
I like your breakdown on the new rules
Yeah.
in the Braves Live pregame tonight.
I'm all for them. I told you the one I think that will eventually get changed to me is the pickoff one. I think that's kind of a little out there for me, but
Pitch clock, ban on shifts, bigger bases. The Cliff Notes version of what we'll see in 2023.
yeah, the three big ones, I guess you could say.
As Travis d'Arnaud takes a strike. d'Arnaud hit a homer here last night. He's got 17 of those and is riding a hot 10-game streak for the Braves.
Hey, between him and Contreras, man, what a catching combo they've done this year.
Braves catchers lead all of Major League Baseball in hits, homers, and runs batted in. d'Arnaud has knocked in 54 with those 17 homers. And this one hit in the air to shallow center. Rodriguez got a great jump. That's a big hit out there in center field, but he is really graceful in center pasture. 2 out.
He can move.
And here's Michael Harris. He's the hottest hitting Brave, Jeff. A 15-game hitting streak.
Talk about that. Last night, opposite field home run, something that we've just seen him do so well. Go the other way. Doesn't matter where it's pitched.
We were talking before the game. It's odd to be playing an American League foe this time of year with interleague play, right? I think we'd all prefer to play within the division in September as much as possible. How hard is it from a player standpoint to face a guy in Kirby when these games mean so much and you've never seen him before?
You know, it's one of those things. Look, it's, you know, the pitcher can have an advantage, but, you know, same thing. The Mariners are facing Max Fried. They don't have a lot to draw on from him, too. So, you know, it's tough. But, you know, look, every team, I would imagine, if you look at the schedule, is going to play an interleague series in September.
Right.
It's just, you know, the way the Mariners are playing this year, having to come out here to Seattle. So, but last night the Braves were able to take care of business.
Broken bat, fly ball to left center, and a quick and easy 1-2-3 second for Mariners right-hander George Kirby. No score, game 2 at T-Mobile Park. As always, by our friends from Truist, Kelly Kroll, Jeff Francoeur, Chip Carey with you from the Pacific Northwest. We head to the home second. We have no score. Mariners will send their young catcher Cal Raleigh, Sam Haggerty, and then J.P. Crawford against Max Fried, who surrendered a couple of hits but picked up a couple of strikeouts in the opening inning. Much as we've bragged on the Braves catching core, the Mariners very happy with what Cal Raleigh is doing. 23 homers, most among all catchers in the big leagues this year. Popped up into the haze. A lot of foul ground here in Seattle. Riley ought not have any trouble. And there's the first out.
You're right. Got to keep a close eye on that with the haze right here. A little tough to see at first. I could tell d'Arnaud could not pick it up, but Riley saw it the whole time.
That brings up Sam Haggerty. He was a waiver claim from the New York Mets, and Haggerty's fit in nicely with a .295 mark. He's one of 4 switch hitters that Scott Servais has in the lineup tonight against Max Fried. Mariners have a 15-16 record this year against opposing left-handed pitchers.
And Max got a good curveball tonight so far. Good depth.
Base is empty, 1 out for Sam Haggerty. Yeah, ring him up. Haggerty out on a check swing. 3rd strikeout for Fried.
Oh yeah, good changeup. It was really tailing away. Impressive for Max tonight so far. All 3 Ks, Chip, on the changeup.
So Atlanta's starter is picking up right where Atlanta's relievers left off last night. I believe 7 of the final 9 outs last night were strikeouts for the Braves bullpen core. And J.P. Crawford, the former Philadelphia Philly, takes a strike. Well, Max looks crisp. As you said, his off-speed stuff has been good. His fastball is in the mid-90s. Now the 1-2 pitch. On the ground to short. Dansby's got it. Long throw across his body and on the money.
Wow. Not only did you throw him out, you threw out a fast guy by about 10 feet.
And made it look easy. It wasn't. What a play by Swanson to send us to the 3rd.
Making his first start in about a week, and then catching up with Eddie Perez earlier this afternoon. He said, no, this is going to be a big start for Eddie. This is a guy who is now strictly platooning. So against righties, he's going to need to do his best work. Of course, he goes, you know, he's disappointed, but instead of pouting, he's gone to work. He's taking BP every day, running every day, shagging, doing those things he needs to do, guys, to be engaged. But this is something for him that's a little bit new now with the Braves after what we saw, of course, from him last season towards the end of the stretch run.
Well, you know the story, Kelly. This time of year, you hit, you play, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's this guy up to the plate's living proof. I don't know when Ozzie comes back where he's going, but I can promise this, he's going to be in the lineup somewhere.
It's because Vaughn Grissom's hitting .333 and is having a super road trip at the plate for the Braves. 6 for 12, a homer, 3 runs.
Yeah, 4 RBIs. He's hitting .407 with the bases empty this year so far.
And a base hit with nobody out. Grissom does it again. His 7th hit of the road trip. And that starts a Braves rally here in the top of the 3rd inning.
And that average will continue to climb with the bases empty.
He just looks so comfortable, Jeff. It's amazing.
He does. Just an off-speed pitch. Watch how he waits on it, recognizes it, and lines it right back up the middle.
So here is Eddie Rosario's first chance to shine in this series. Rosario 4 homers and 19 ribbies on the year. Braves got a 2-run homer in the first inning last night. They wouldn't mind a 2-run homer here in the third tonight.
You get the feeling this has got the makings of a low-scoring game with these two pitchers out here.
Tried to bunt, and that's off the netting. Strike one. That's a rarity for Atlanta. The Braves do not have a sacrifice bunt this year.
That's why I start now, right? Gap one.
One defender on the left side of the diamond. That's Suarez. Grissom has a short lead at first. Good pitch to hit, and he fouled it back. It's 0-2.
Kirby missed a spot there. He was trying to come in on him and left that ball back out over the plate.
Well, this is a Braves team that offensively, as you know, is built to hit home runs. Kirby, though, has not allowed a homer in his last 10 starts. So which one of those opposing forces will come out on top here in game 2? Suarez moves a little more up the middle now with 2 strikes. And skied left side. And it is bobbled and caught. What a great play and left by Haggerty. It hung up forever. He got to the net. The ball popped out of his glove, and as he continued his run, he snagged it in midair for out number 1.
Wow. He had to go a long way for this ball. And watch this. In and out. And makes the play. It's a big league play.
And then Jeff smartly fired the ball into second just in case Grissom thought about tagging up.
Yeah, which he did. He went back.
Well, like the Braves, this Mariner club is excellent defensively. They have the best fielding percentage in the American League, and that super play robs Rosario of another swing. And now Robbie Grossman hits, coming off a 3-hit night last night. It's not going to happen again, is it? Almost.
I'll be honest with you. I think he catches this ball if Suarez and Crawford aren't coming down. They kind of distracted him at the last second here. If you see this replay, watch this. You got 3 guys going hard in at the same time. Look how Suarez, you see how he's right there? At the last second, your instinct right here is, look, see how he looks up at Suarez, see where he's at. I think just that little bit of concentration.
That would have been the sequence for the ages for an outfielder. You catch 2 of those.
I know one thing. He's got his conditioning in here for the last minute. And I'll see if Robbie can take advantage. It's another chance.
Robbie hit a home run here last night. 1 of 4 hit by the Braves in game 1. And Kirby with a bad miss. It's no secret why the Mariners are in playoff contention. As I said, they are a very good defensive team. Their starting pitching has been excellent. Remember, they got Luis Castillo at the trade deadline. He's really helped them. This is a good team. And the 1-1 pitch stayed high.
If you actually look, it's a lot like the Braves.
Yeah.
Very good defensively. They got good starting pitching. Their bullpen's really good. The big difference between these two teams, the firepower for the Braves, to me, offensively. 1 through 9 in the lineup, they're able to leave at any point.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 on. That man is Vaughn Grissom at first base.
I'm going to go back further since June 21st. Braves and Mariners both 48-22. Second best record behind the Dodgers.
Scott Service in his 7th year trying to help the Mariners erase the longest playoff drought in North American professional sports. Mariners did not make the playoffs since they won 116 games back in 2001. And a full count for Grossman. We'll see how Snit plays it here with a fast man Vaughn Grissom at first base.
I'd like to see him put him in motion right here. Trust that Robbie's going to put it in play. Even if he gets out, you move the guy in scoring position and give Ronald a chance.
Huge hole left side for the Braves right fielder. Grissom leads, leaning, not going, and fouled straight back. Braves are riding another hot streak. Their 8th win in a row came last night. The Braves, the only big league team this year with 3 win streaks of 8 games or more this year. Their longest was a 14-gamer that got them rolling starting June 1st. Another shot hammered down the line in left. This one, though, way into the seats. We'll try again, 3-2.
Tell he's sticking with that fastball right here, trying to get it by Grossman or at least get him to pop it up.
They're playing Robbie straight away and deep in the outfield here in Seattle. Dead pull hitter on the infield. Alignment for the M's. The pitch. A good fight here continues in the Atlanta third. Robbie's done good work for Atlanta since coming over at the deadline from the Tigers. His offense has really picked up, and what a luxury, Jeff, it is to have a veteran like him able to play right field while the Braves try to take care of Acuña's right knee.
He's been good from this side of the plate now, working a 9th pitch this AB.
And it backed up over the inside corner for strikeout number 2.
Wow, look at that movement. That's the Greg Maddux type pitch that we're used to seeing in Atlanta. That thing came back a lot.
So the pride of Elon University. George Kirby has his 2nd out of the inning and his 2nd showdown now with Ronald Acuña, who swung and missed in the opening inning.
I think these hitters are a little surprised at him being able to hit the spots that he is right now.
Well, you said it. He's around the plate. He's not going to walk you.
No.
He's going to be all around the zone. Just 14 walks for George Kirby now in 107 innings. And he's got Ronald way behind, 0-2. Runner goes. Pitch is high and away. The throw to second is not in time. Grissom went to the backside of the bag and just did beat the throw. And he has his 5th stolen base and is in scoring position with 2 outs.
Thought he beat it to the bag. The question I was going to say, did he stay on the bag? I thought that left hand got in. Yep. It was a good throw by Raleigh. See that right on the left edge. Good job.
Yep, held the Base with the oven mitt. So a 2-strike, 2-out hit gets you the lead, perhaps. This is where the Braves have been so good this month. Sky high pop up. Shallow center. And Rodriguez is there, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We are scoreless after 2.5. Abraham Toro will lead off. He's the Seattle second baseman. Then the top of the order, Rodriguez and Ty France. Both clubs have 2 hits. Toro at 183 on the year. To center, and plenty of room for Michael. And that's out number 1. Max Fried, as we told you, 9-0 lifetime in interleague play. These are his rankings overall. Jeff Zaxby's indescribably good play.
Yeah, 19 quality starts, 3rd most in the NL behind Darvish and Sandy Alcantara. And only Sandy has a better pitcher award than Fried this year.
Well, one of the things I really like about the new schedule is the Mariners will get to see our rookies of the year. We're going to get to see this kid every year. Julio Rodriguez on pace to become the 3rd rookie in the history of the game with a 25 homer, 25 stolen base season.
You know, it's funny. It's like anything. There's guys out here in Seattle. You never see them play a lot on the East Coast, so guys don't know about them. During the All-Star game, home run derby's kind of, I think, where everybody got to see this guy's talent just on the power. Very athletic too.
And just listening to the crowd here, he is one of those players that the fans are oohing and eyeing and paying attention to his every move. And understandably so. Tremendously talented kid. He's behind 0-2 with 1 out. Rodriguez single between short and third to start the game. He was left stranded in the opening inning by his Mariner mates. Braves fans wanted that call, and as we said, there are a lot of them here tonight.
Boy, that changeup for it might be his best pitch tonight so far.
And it comes right back with the fastball off that changeup at 95. And the duel continues here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score. The Mets were winners tonight. They clobbered the Marlins 11-3. Atlanta needs to win tonight to retain first place all to themselves. The pitch. Little squibber. Fried turned the wrong way, but recovered and gets his man. Terrific play by Max for out number 2.
You see year in year out one of the best fielding pitchers in all of baseball. Max bounces off, as you said, so athletic. Even though he turned the wrong way, he's able to turn around. Watch this, spins, and then makes a perfect toss.
That ball stayed down too, and he had to come off the top slope of the mound and make that play on the run. That wasn't as easy as he made it look. But nicely done to erase Rodriguez, and Ty France, the batter. He lined out to right and is 0 for 1 in the game. And right now, partner, there is nothing for these Seattle hitters to eliminate.
No, he's throwing everything at him right now, and in the zone, and not over the plate either.
So the Mariners' first baseman down to his last strike. Both hurlers working economically here in Game 2 of this weekend series. Little tapper. Matt Olson will glove. He'll flip to Max, and that takes care of Seattle in inning number 3. Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley, and Matt Olson are coming up. Great duel in the Pacific Northwest tonight. Last night, Dansby Swanson got in on the fun early in the game. That's our All-State Mayhem moment. That blast, Jeff, made it 2-0 before the fans had their first bite of salmon here last night.
Yeah, I was going to say, they were not even in their seats yet when Dansby made it 2-0.
Fun night for Dansby and the Braves. Yeah. We had 4 homers last night. From a personal standpoint, Dansby's fiancee Mallory Pugh was playing soccer right across the street.
Yeah, perfect.
In the Seahawks Stadium. Chicago Red Stars were here to play the Seattle Reign in a soccer match here last night.
Great crowd here tonight.
Braves country hoping to see Atlanta win 9 in a row. Little tapper. Now it's Kirby's chance to show off his defensive chops. And there's out number 1. So easy play for Kirby. A tougher play came off the bat of Austin Riley. A hot comebacker that the right-hander speared and started an inning-ending double play in the first. Riley's second in the major leagues in extra base hits, 3rd in total bases, tied for 3rd in homers. The Braves MVP candidate. And takes a strike to even up the count. Austin with 89 runs batted in. As you said, be aggressive. He's around the plate. Yeah. And haven't barreled him up yet.
He does a good job of being around the plate, but not middle. A lot of what we've seen tonight is hitting corners.
I don't know that you would call his stuff overpowering.
No, but he comes at you. He's got plus pitches and he knows how to pitch.
Two and two for Riley with 1 out. He works a full count. So again, this man does not walk people. You figure Riley's going to see a hittable pitch. Mariners starters have walked 2 or fewer batters in 22 straight games. And Riley couldn't connect. That ball darting in and under his hands. There is out number 2.
It's a perfect example of what I was talking about. He got ahead 0-2, then went cutter away, and he gets you leaning a little bit, and then with that arm angle, you see it's just a heavy 95, and it moved a little bit, and it's enough to get it in where you can't really get extension.
So Kirby has set down 5 straight. Matt Olson, the batter, he popped up to Toro at second base to lead off the second inning. Of all the Braves, Olson's probably played in this park the most.
Yeah, 3 times a year.
9 homers and 26 career RBIs at T-Mobile Park. That covers 39 games with the Oakland A's and Braves. And an even count. Into the second deck foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
He was trying to shoot that left side. A lot of times when he's got these lefties with 2 strikes, you'll see him try to come with that fastball in, kind of run it back over like he did to Grossman.
We'll try again. A ball and 2 strikes. A little high, evens up the count. Strike 3 over the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts sends us to the bottom of the 4th inning.
.30 Eastern over on the Bally Sports South and Bally Sports app. ACC football on Bally Sports South is presented by your local Ford dealer. Today, if you remember, was NC State and Charleston Southern. One much of a game. NC State flex their muscles, Chip.
On what has been an upset Saturday.
It has. A lot of good games. And with us out here on the West Coast, we kind of woke up and had some coffee and watched some ball and did prep work and got ready.
And speaking of good games, how about this one tonight? Through 3.5 innings, neither Fried nor Kirby have given up much of anything.
When you really looked at this game on paper, it had the makings for a great pitching matchup. And you knew runs. We talked to Brian Snitker before the game, so runs going to be at a premium tonight.
Mitch Haniger struck out his first time up. And Fried continues to pump over strike 1 in tonight's game. Another game between the Braves and Mariners here tomorrow, as I guess that clipped Haniger on the way by. A glancing blow.
Man.
And the Braves might take a look at this. Haniger didn't react. Max Fried can't believe that was a hit by pitch.
Yeah, they're going to challenge it.
So for the moment, Haniger at first on a hit batsman, but the Braves think that this was an error for Paul Emmel behind the plate.
Microphone's working.
Yep. Let's see if it got him. And if so, where? Paul Emmel heard something.
I don't know if you hear something, because if that.
But the ball didn't look like it changed direction
No, it
in
didn't.
any
That's
way.
what,
So
even if it's. Let's take a look.
But is there enough to overturn the call is the question.
Well, again, if you're going to look at it, you look at that first angle, I think you said it best. Even if it barely hits a uniform part, it's going to change a little bit.
When you see movement on the left pants leg as the ball went by, but the leg was moving too.
Atlanta loses their challenge.
So the Braves challenge. You hear the call will stand. Atlanta out of challenges until the late innings on a glancing hit by pitch of Mitch Haniger to start the home fourth.
Hope he's going to be okay.
He'd better be. After all the time he's missed with a high ankle sprain, that pitch isn't going to hurt him. And here's Eugenio Suarez. He singled his first time up. Suarez, the former Red, 27 homers here in Seattle. Max Fried has gotten 14 double plays turned behind him this year. This would be a perfect opportunity for another one. Very short lead by Haniger. The pitch is popped our way and off to our right. One and two. Max has struck out 3 men in his first 3+ innings. Gave up 2 first-inning hits, pitched out of that jam. And set down 7 straight before the hit batsman here in the fourth. High fly ball left. Rosario to the edge of the track. He's got room. And back to first is Haniger with 1 man out.
Well, I thought this was Max's best sequence with runners at first and second there in the first inning when he went with Carlos Santana. You see 2 sliders to start the count, then the changeup's away. Curveball brushed him back off with that fastball. And then we talked about 3-2, the perfect changeup down, and got a guy that does not strike out much to swing and miss to get out of that first inning. Best sequence of the night.
Well, let's see if he has another such sequence here with a man aboard, 1 out. Santana has hit into 7 double plays this year. And is pushed off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes.
I just want to talk about his discipline, though. 62 walks to 65 strikeouts this year. You rarely see that in this day and age anymore. And I know the average is low as he's gotten older, but still very dangerous hitter.
Bouncing ball foul at third. And it's an even count for the DH Carlos Santana. Check of the runner at first. And a tapper foul. It's 1-2.
When we talk about Max's changeup and the progression of him each year, look at that last season. Barely ever threw it. All 3 strikeouts tonight on that changeup. You can see that 176 opponent's average. So again, another pitch that he continues to add. That hitter's just now you have 4 or 5 pitches that Max is coming with you at any time. And you can see he's getting more comfortable with that pitch each start.
Got him to chase it. Santana expands his strike zone. Fried has his 4th strikeout, and 2 men are down in the 4th.
Another changeup. Look at that. Look to the hitter right there. That's the two-seamer coming away at 95. What does it do? Darts away at 88. You got no chance. It's such a weapon for Max.
The Seattle catcher is up. He popped out in foul ground his first time up. And a man that hits a lot of homers tried to make it 2-0 with that swing.
It's just another guy that's got a lot of power. His 23rd home runs are second most for a catcher in M's history, behind Mike Zunino, who had 25 and 17, so a chance to break that. Another good player that you just don't get to see much of.
Rolled foul again. Quickly, 2 strikes. Rally out of Florida State. 3rd round pick back in 2018.
I got to see this guy back during the ACC championship when I did it. When I first got it announced, and I went up there and he was catching for Florida State and put on a show up at Durham.
You both have come a long way, Jeff, since those heady college days.
Thank you, partner.
No balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless game. Good block by Travis. Ball 1.
They're just getting the scouting report for us, you know.
Well, it's not surprising when you get that kind of offensive production from a defense-first position. Your team usually wins the game.
Yeah, it's a good guy to have. Look at what the catching tandem has done for the Braves this year. You can get guys that can call games, but also add offense. It's a bonus.
And further evidence of the point you made earlier of how alike the Braves and Mariners are this year. Two balls, 2 strikes. He'd like to end the inning right here. And it's a broken bat pop into shallow left center. Michael on the run. He's going to get there. And that will retire the side. Max Fried works around a leadoff hit batsman and sends us to the 5th inning scoreless. Is ready to lead off for the Braves, and he's been red hot for Atlanta at the plate, so much so he is our Texas Pete Who's Hot feature. Look at what he's done. 10 runs in 10 games, 8 RBIs, Kelly Kroll, and that .333 average, nothing to sneeze at behind the plate either.
Certainly not. And you would think when I say, hey, Travis, what's going really well for you at the plate, I'd get this incredibly insightful response, but Frenchie, you'll appreciate this. Just trying to not do too much right now. Barrel up the ball, as simple as that sounds, but he goes, you know, when I do try to hit home runs, that's when I'm rolling over, swing and missing, so basically getting myself out. So right now I'm just letting the game come to me, but whatever he's doing, it's working.
Yeah, that's the simple answer, right? Get out of the way and just don't think, see, hit the ball. It's working for him, I'll tell you that.
Well, he loves the first pitch. Let's see if he gets something to knock here. He did, but it was taken for a strike. Our first look at George Kirby. He's been impressive. 4 strikeouts through 4 innings. He's scattered 2 singles.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, you're looking to hit early. 95 paint on the outside and then a curveball paint on the outside. So 2 pitches that, as a hitter, you're not really want to swing at, but you find yourself 0-2.
Fly ball center, but right at Rodriguez. And there's out number 1 in the Braves' 5th. The thing Kirby's done well is look how economically he's working, just 53 pitches so far.
Number 2, he got a little extra rest. Went 3 innings, and then that over 4-hour rain delay happened, I think, last Sunday in Cleveland.
4 hours and 33 minutes.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Here's Harris. He flied out to center his first time. Last Brave rookie with a longer hit streak than Michael Harris's current 15-game run was Freddie Freeman.
And what, 19?
20
games.
And you get that. He's behind 0-2. In the air toward left, but Haggerty has a beat on that. Two quick outs. Vaughn Grissom has one of the 2 Braves hits. He'll try to add to that total after a word from the Mattress Firm.
Mattress Firm's Season of Dreams sweepstakes could take you to the World Series. Go to MLB.com/Season of Dreams to view official rules and to enter the Season of Dreams sweepstakes today.
Nothing straight from this guy.
No, he is living corner to corner right now on these Braves hitters.
And he might be a product of the pitch clock in the minor leagues, Jeff. He's in a very nice rhythm, working quickly, throwing strikes.
You get guys like this, it's not going to bother them when that pitch clock comes.
Grissom, a rare Brave, ahead in the count. But now it's even as that's knuckled into the stands to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See, that was an example. Everything this at bat was away. 3 pitches away, and then you get to 2-1, and he comes in on you. You're in trouble.
He thought that came back, but never had the plate.
Break his glove.
So Riley has a new mitt. And Grissom gets a little more pine tar with this 3-2 pitch coming with 2 outs. Served into the Seattle dugout. Everybody on the first base side saying to Grissom, straighten that baby out.
Get the head out, man.
Strike 3 right down Peachtree. Atlanta retired in order, this time in the 5th inning. Bottom part of the order up for the Mariners. No score. Braves are in the drive for 5, their 5th straight NL East title, and they need you at Truist Park this month for some hugely important games. First up are the Nationals, September 16th through the 21st. Don't miss out on one of the final home series of the regular season. Come on out to Truist Park and cheer on your Braves. Go to Braves.com/tickets. No score. We are in the 5th inning. This is Sam Haggerty, the 7th place hitter for Seattle. And he cracks the first pitch deep to left, and it's 1-0.
Not a lot of power, only the 5th home run for Haggerty. A hanging slider first pitch. That was a no-doubter for him. Likes that ball low. Ball went a long ways.
So the Mariners strike first here in the 5th inning. J.P. Crawford, the batter, and takes a strike. Only the 9th home run Max Fried has given up this year. Again, these two starters are so alike. But Max made a mistake, and Haggerty didn't miss it. To center, and playable for Michael Harris. There's the first out.
Well, look, you got to figure at some point you're going to have to score, right?
Yeah.
So Max is not going to let that get in the way. He's going to keep pitching. Same thing for him. Only 59 pitches, so doing a great job attacking.
Toro flied out to center, so he is 0 for 1. One thing you know about Max, you make him mad, he takes it to an even higher level. And he's quickly ahead of the Mariners' 9th place hitter, Abraham Toro. This one hit to Grissom. That'll be an easy out. And back to the top of the order, and Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez has a hit in 10 of his last 11 games, including a first inning single tonight. Breaking ball popped up, and Grossman can't see it. Now recovers. Wow. There's that Hayes, and he's able to stay with it and make the play, and that will retire the side. But Sam Haggerty hits a home run, and Seattle strikes first. Roberto Clemente Award, that's presented by Capital One. The Roberto Clemente Award recognizes players who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLB.com/Clemente21. Kelly, that's quite an honor just to be nominated. I too hope Tyler wins it.
Without a doubt. And in talking to him today, he said how extremely honored he was, because you think of what Clemente did in the community. That's why we have this award. So to follow in his footsteps, even be considered, is very humbling. But for those that don't know, he partnered with AAAD, which is Athletes Against Anxiety and Depression. And he said, I want to open the world up to what mental health really is, and hoping by starting those conversations, you can end the stigma of it. And he mentioned, you know, what I went through, I knew if I ever got back to the big leagues, I wanted to use that experience. I had responsibility to do something good with it. And he certainly is, guys.
Great report, Kelly. Yeah. And again, go to MLB.com/Clemente21 to vote for Tyler Matzek. So, Jeffrey, here we go. We're in the 6th inning. Seattle strikes first, a solo home run from Sam Haggerty. And you've got the 7, 8, and 1 hitters coming up against a very impressive right-hander, George Kirby. This one bounced to France at first. That is a foul ball.
Ooh. That was close.
Bruce Dreckman was waiting for Paul Emmel to make the call. It's the home plate umpire's call on balls hit down the lines until it gets past the base. So Rosario is in an 0-2 hole. He flied out in foul ground his first time. And hits this one. Foul to the right. Braves haven't had many chances tonight. A first inning single erased on a double play. Grissom led off the 3rd with a hit. And after he stole second base, Ronald popped out. 9 straight Braves have been retired by Kirby to this point. And EY got out of the way of that missile foul. 0-2.
You can see France literally playing right on the line. Sees Rosario just wearing that right side out.
And if you're just joining us back east, it's a very hazy, smoky night in Seattle. Huge wildfires in the Pacific Northwest. That smoke has made its way to Seattle, and it is hovering all around downtown. You saw the difficulty Robbie Grossman had, even with the lights on here, and catching a pop-up last half inning. And this one again to center, but right at Julio for out number 1. 10 up, 10 down. Robbie Grossman is the batter. He struck out on a Greg Maddux-like pitch his first time. Let's see, Jeff, if he can do here what he did last night. Our best coverage in the game, the T-Mobile coverage cam.
His 3rd hit at that point last night. Got a hanging breaking ball and put it right in the right field stands. Got 2 knocks the first time from the other side of the plate and then turned around and hit a homer.
Well, 4 of Robbie's homers have come against right-handed pitching this year. And it is strike after strike early in the count for both of these starting pitchers tonight. Very impressive work.
Yeah.
Popped up. That one disappears in the haze and nobody can see it.
I didn't see it until it got back down at level with us. Completely lost it. Suarez, you saw him and Raleigh never saw it at all.
Well, maybe that's the best strategy. Hit it high.
Hit it high in the outfield and
somebody
run
can
hard.
make a mistake. Makes you wonder if there was any consideration about closing the roof here. Give the fielders a chance.
I said, then you wonder though if it sneaks in, since it's not, you can't close it the whole way. Then if it just would sit here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball center, deepest part of the park. Rodriguez has that one in hand. 2 outs. Again, that is the unique feature of this retractable dome here. As you said, it does not completely enclose the stadium.
Yeah.
It's more of a cover for the field of play than a complete closure.
Yeah.
So 2 outs. Back to the top, it's Acuna. On the way, Rodriguez in center has made 6 putouts. Not a bad strategy if you're George Kirby. Have him hit it to the biggest part of the park.
Man, that fastball is just high enough that it's just jamming these Braves hitters.
Down the line, but curling foul. 1-1 for the Braves DH. Look, I think I owe Kirby an apology. His fastball's plenty stout. Early in the game, cutters and sinkers. His fastball at 95.
Yeah, it lives just.
Yeah,
he's working the corners too.
See, that ball got in on Ronald there too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ronald's reached base in 15 straight games for Atlanta. He's got some work to do if he'll extend here in the 6th. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's living with that fastball up in the zone. Now he's started away from Ronald. Now he's trying to work it in.
Pitching very impressively against one of the best hitting teams in the major leagues tonight. The 1-2 count. Dansby Swanson would love a chance to hit with a man on base. Seattle leads 1-0 on a Sam Haggerty home run. Inning over. 12 up, 12 down for George Kirby. He has struck out 6 men tonight, and he leads 1-0. So far tonight on a smoky night in Seattle, Washington. Max Fried will face the 2-3-4 hitters coming up. Not supposed to be losing a game 1-0 on a solo home run. Max has pitched great. But the first pitch Sam Haggerty saw last inning left the ballpark by the Braves bullpen, and that's the only tally tonight. France is 0 for 2, Haniger 0 for 1, Suarez 1 for 2.
Yeah, before that Haggerty home run since August 1st, the Mariners and Braves both 52 home runs, tied for 3rd in baseball behind St. Louis and the Dodgers. Talk about the power of the Braves lineup. Mariners got some thump too.
1-2 pitch, base is empty. And now 2 balls, 2 strikes. It is rare indeed when the Braves and Mariners face off. We have not seen much of Seattle in interleague play as Max gets another swing and miss on Ty France, his 5th strikeout. This is only the 17th game against Seattle in interleague play. That's the 2nd fewest times they've played an opponent. Only The Indians have seen the Braves less, or now the Guardians. But that'll all change again starting next year. One away from Mitch Haniger. And he knuckles one foul to the right side. Strike one.
Max Fried, 5 changeups tonight, all 5 on the changeup now. Sorry, 5 strikeouts, all those Ks on the changeup.
If it's working, why change the pattern,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
The pitch has been as good as it's been all year tonight.
Especially some of these power right-handed hitters they have. They're looking to kind of pull, and he is taking advantage of that.
Well, despite their losing record against left-handed starters, the Mariners, by team batting average, have actually hit lefties better this year. As this one into straightaway left for out number 2. In a 1-0 game, Eugenio Suarez is coming up. He's got one of Seattle's 3 hits. You know that since 2018, only Aaron Judge has hit more home runs than Eugenio Suarez?
Yeah, I told you he's got a lot of power. It's just it's low average, a lot of strikeouts, but he will definitely leave the park.
Well, hopefully not here with 2 outs. Jumped all over the first one. Straight away center. Harris is back. And sure enough, he does. Two solo homers for Seattle on first pitch ambushes.
Well, it goes to show you the power. Look how high that ball was. It just kept going. Michael Harris, all he could do was turn around.
So now the task is a little tougher. It's 2-0 Seattle. A solo homer with 2 outs. Carlos Santana didn't get it. First time Max has had a multi-homer game against him since last September against the Dodgers. Seattle has touched him for 2. 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Broken bat, little flare center. Harris coming on, dives. Did he get it? No, he trapped it. Great effort by Michael Harris, but he couldn't catch it cleanly. And Santana, with a broken bat hit to center, is aboard with 2 outs.
Boy, Michael got a great read on this ball too. Look at this. Great speed, just. Yep, just bounced into his glove.
Big props to Pat Hoberg, the second base umpire, who is in perfect position to get a good angle and look at that. I always point out when the umpires make a mistake, got to credit them when they get it right, and Hoberg did. So the inning continues with Cal Raleigh, the catcher. Something about catchers from Florida State knowing how to hit, huh?
Yeah, you ain't lying. They've had some good ones over the years.
Buster Posey, who starred for our next opponent, the Giants, comes to mind immediately. As Raleigh down a strike with 2 outs. Well, this is what the great ones do.
Yeah. They keep you right here in the game and give your offense a chance.
Braves will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. They've got 9 outs left. They're down 2-0. The Mets already won big in Miami tonight. And d'Arnaud, a terrific stop. A long look in for the Braves lanky left-hander, and the 1-2 pitch. That's out of play right side. Again, Max comes to the belt, and here's 1-2. He is cued off the end of the bat. A solo homer to center for Eugenio Suarez extends the Seattle lead. He is 28th of the year. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fried thought he had his man.
Man, that was a good pitch. You almost wonder if everything was away, if he almost surprised the umpire on that pitch.
Well, Santana at first will be off to the races. Olsen plays behind him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Riley doing a heck of a job to force up the pitch count of Fried now.
Pitches, 4 balls that Raleigh's fouled off to stay alive.
Runner goes. Strike 3 inside corner. Big pitch from Max Fried. Seattle, though, gets its second solo homer in as many innings, and we move to the 7th. Top the Eastern Division standings. The Braves are down 2. They'll have hitter number 2 coming up to try to start a rally here in the middle game of this series in Seattle. But so far, Jeff, there's been no solution to George Kirby, who's retired the last 12 Braves hitters in a row.
For sure, but this is where you want action. The 3rd time through the lineup, you got your 2, 3, 4 coming up. See if you get a couple guys on and push a few across.
Dansby has one of the 2 Braves hits tonight. That came in the first inning. Austin Riley and Matt Olson will follow. Braves have been very good in late innings, as you know. Let's see if they can put together a rally and come back and snatch this one away from Seattle on Saturday night. Braves have 27 comeback wins this season. And as you've said so many times, Jeff, with all this thunder in this lineup, one mistake and the Braves could make things very loud very quickly.
Pitch com. Looks like he's got it straightened out.
So here we go, 7th inning, 2-0. Mariners lead it. They've out-hit us 5-2 to this point. And again for Kirby, it's just like we said about Max earlier in the game, nothing to eliminate and nothing straight.
No, and you can tell these Braves hitters are just having trouble recognizing that fastball.
Both bullpens are working as Atlanta hits in the 7th. Jesse Chavez is up for the Braves. Line drive into center field. Here we go. There's a base hit. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. A 2-hit night for Dansby Swanson. And so Austin Riley is coming up, hoping to help the Braves improve on what is an 8-game winning streak. That is our Georgia Natural Gas Greener Life Impact play.
Yeah, they've outscored opponents 46-21 during this streak. And who would you figure, but Harrison Grissom leads the Braves in hits during that streak. Michael Harris 14 hits in those 8 games. Grissom 10.
We'll take one from Austin Riley here. He's 0 for 2. Double play ball though. Oh, and it's bobbled by Crawford. And Swanson's on his way to third. A gift wrap double play ball turns into E6, and the door is wide open for the world champs here in the 7th.
Well, that ball was hit hard, but it just ate him up. If you watch his hop on Crawford, like you said, though, tailor-made double play ball right here and just bounced up on him. It's almost like he couldn't see it. When you see Kirby knowing, man, at the heart of the order.
So the Braves fans starting the chop and the chant. Scott Service is on his way to the mound, and he is going to go get George Kirby here. Wow, what a fortunate break for Atlanta. The tying runs are on after an E6. And Kirby, for the moment, leads game 2, 2-0.
Brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines, keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Well, an E6 opens the door for the Braves in the 7th inning. They have runners first and third with nobody out, and the heart of the order coming up in a 2-0 Seattle game. Fans, let's cut to the chase. You don't want to miss a second of this September postseason push. Be here as the Braves pursue their 5th straight division title with several critical NL East matchups coming up. Cut to the chase on Valley Sports South and Valley Sports Southeast is presented by Texas Pete. Sauce like you mean it. If you like heat, well, the Mariners have a man on the mound, Jeff, that can certainly bring that.
Yeah, he's actually recorded 2 of the fastest pitches in the StatCast area here for the Mariners. 102.8 and 102.5, and 613 is not allowed an earned run in 31 of his 33. So you're Matt Olson right here. You're looking for that fastball, something to drive.
Well, one swing of the bat turns the game around for Atlanta. At the very least, you got to get one here.
Yeah.
And Swanson 90 feet away for Olson, who's popped out and struck out. And sure enough, you go up there looking for 100, and he pulls a string. Again, the Braves and Mariners very similar. Their bullpen, a 3.25 ERA. Averaging more than a strikeout per inning pitched. Just like the Braves. Strike two.
Might have got a generous call there in the outside corner.
Riley at first, Swanson at third, 2 strikes to Matt Olson.
Shows you how crazy the game is. You got a guy that throws 100, 101 out there, and you get 3 straight sliders.
Well, when will he show him the fastball?
You would think here in a minute you might see one riding away up in the zone, try to get him to swing and miss, but
Nothing in 2. Never had the plate.
it's almost the same pitch he called him though on the 0-1. That time didn't it? See, Matt since July 1st with runners in scoring position has been outstanding. Over 1,000 OPS.
69 RBIs for Matt since June the 1st, second in the major leagues. The pitch on the ground. They'll get one at second. Olson is safe at first. A run is in for Atlanta. It's a 2-1 game. So fielder's choice gives Olson RBI number 91. And now, Jeff, the Braves are only down 1.
Yeah, it's like anything. You would have loved more, but at the same time, you were able to get that run in. And with a guy that has strikeout stuff like this, that was important.
Listen to this place.
I tell you, there's a lot of Braves fans. We saw it yesterday here in the city.
Well, Kelly told us how hot Travis d'Arnaud has been at the plate. He loves the first pitch. Can he do some hunting early in the count and turn the game around?
There's the fastball.
Four homers, 8 RBIs in the last 10 for d'Arnaud. Packed house, 2 playoff hopeful teams.
Yeah.
Tight game. Pitch after pitch, so meaningful. An early taste of October here in early September in Seattle tonight.
One thing we see Travis do from time to time too, that fastball. If he can get one out over the zone, line that right center gap over there and split it and see Matt run.
Raleigh, a nice block.
7 pitches now from Munoz. We've seen 1 fastball.
Well, I say it again. Would you throw this Braves team a fastball even if it is 100?
Sometimes if that's your pitch, because now to me, if you're Travis 2-1 right here, boy, you're getting dead ready set on that fastball.
The Braves catcher ahead in the count. Olson a short lead. A little dribbler right in front of the plate. And d'Arnaud is out on the tag play by the catcher. And that's the second out. Olson, though, in scoring position. A swinging bunt advances the runner and gives left-hand hitting Michael Harris a chance. And we know he can hit anybody's fastball.
Look at that thing just dead. And look at the mud on it. But good job by Matt Olson of getting a good jump there. Watch this. He sees it right off the bat, gone. So with him going to tag Travis there, no way to throw him out at second.
So a hit might tie you up. As you know, Michael, so good in the late innings. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Raleigh, another nice stop.
Now, Harris 403 with runners in scoring position, and we know he does not mind squaring up a 99, 100 mile per hour fastball. We've seen it time and time again.
The Braves have a run. Swanson has made it 2-1 Seattle. And again, Jeff, you're right. He is staying away from his fastball here in the Atlanta 7th.
Yes, he is.
Outfield deep for Michael. A ball and a strike. He swung at ball 2. Swing and a miss. Munoz puts out an Atlanta Fire, but the Braves get back in the game. It's 2-1 as we send you to the stretch. That's presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Trevor and the birthday boy, Nick Green, break down baseball's new rules. Green back in Atlanta tonight. Jesse Chavez is on for the 7th. It's a 1-run game. And Kelly Kroll joins us down by the Braves dugout. Kelly, we understand Jesse had an interesting off day.
He certainly did, guys. Apparently, for as comfortable as he looks on that mound in a Braves uniform, he was the exact opposite end of the spectrum when he went up in the Space Needle with a few of his teammates on the off day. And Spencer Strider kind of told the story last night about just giving him a hard time. And Jesse, in hearing him this afternoon in the dugout, was letting Spencer know, dude, how can you out me like that? And I said, it was that bad, huh, Jesse? And he goes, my palms were sweaty, my knees were shaking. Let's just say the 41 seconds that it takes to go up and come back down never felt longer in my life. So, in other words, guys, he's happy to be on flat ground right here in this game tonight.
Yeah, a 1-run game on the road doesn't bother him. But
Not at all.
I'll tell you what, I might have rather been up in the Space Needle than behind a tree like I was all day golfing. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, that's a little uneasy, but he did it, right? Conquered a fear.
And he faces Sam Haggerty, who homered his last time up. That was the first run for the Mariners. And close the book on Max Fried tonight. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks. He struck out 6, 2 solo homers, and 1 hit batsman. And George Kirby's night is done. 1 unearned run in his 6 innings of work. So we got a 2-1 game. The Braves have 6 outs left here in Seattle tonight. And 3-1 for Haggerty. Popped him up. Dansby Swanson drifts out into shallow left. He says he's got it. And a nice comeback for Chavez behind in the count. Haggerty's retired. J.P. Crawford the hitter. And here's a word from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
Crawford 0 for 2. And made the error a moment ago that led to the Braves' unearned run.
Yeah, I thought both these guys, starters tonight, threw well. Good as advertised.
In the air toward left, but playable. Rosario had to shield his eyes. Again, the lights here in Seattle are along the top edge of the lip of the roof. Not a light standard like you have above the bullpens. And you can see Eddie shielding his eyes as that ball curled toward him in left. But he makes the play for the second out, and Abraham Toro's the hitter. Toro's taken down for Adam Frazier. Frazier, the former Pirate. Adam hitting .240, 3 homers, and a .305 on base. Little high.
I asked Adam the other day how he's liking it here. You know, he's from back home down south. He said once it got to the end of June when it warmed up, it was nice.
Funny how that works, right?
Yeah, a little too cold.
Don't want to face Rodriguez with a man on in a close game. Jesse's got to make a pitch here. And did.
Yeah, make him earn his way on right here. Let's get this out right here and get right back out there and put the pressure back on the Mariners bullpen.
Three balls, 2 strikes. When this guy played for the Pirates, we could not get him out.
No.
And he's putting up a fight here with Chavez. The pitch. And he walked him with 2 outs, and Rodriguez will come up with a 1-for-3 night. That is the first walk for either pitching staff in what has been a extremely well pitched game.
He tried to get Frazier there on the outer part, just missed away enough.
Rodriguez, his coming out party was the home run derby at the All-Star game. He's on his way to the Rookie of the Year award in the American League.
He's the first Mariner to have a 20 homer, 20 stolen base season since Mike Cameron in 2002.
Giant crowd in Seattle tonight. Nearly 45,000 fans are here. They have been treated to a gem of a game. 44,965 the official paid crowd here at AT&T, excuse me, at T-Mobile Park. I beg your pardon, T-Mobile Park.
One of those companies,
Think
right?
about San Francisco. That one's Oracle Park.
Oracle.
They change names as often as you and I change shirts. The pitch. But we do know that T-Mobile Park will be the host of the All-Star game next year.
Yes.
Put on a great show here. A ball and a strike. Little dribbler is going to curl foul at first, and we'll try again. It's 1-2. Jesse ready. Just missed inside. Good try. It's 2-2. Ty France is on deck. Rick Kranitz, Brian Snitker plotting strategy for Chavez and Julio Rodriguez. Runner goes. Swing, line drive into right center field. That's going to skip all the way to the wall. Frazier will come around and score. Rodriguez doubles home the third Seattle run. And man, did that ball top spin to the wall.
Yes, it did. You saw Michael Harris thought he had a beat on it to cut it off. When that hit the ground, it kind of went in nitro mode. Watch this. See how strong he is. Watch that thing skip. Wow. 23rd double. You're worried about that with that walk. How many times do you see 2-out walks come back to haunt you?
So Seattle with another 2-run lead, and Ty France the hitter. 69th RBI for Julio Rodriguez. It makes it a 3-1 game. Got to end this threat right here with France. It's an even count. We'll wrap up the series here tomorrow afternoon in Seattle. Jake Odorizzi and Marco Gonzalez will pitch. And Chavez now a strike away from turning things over to the Atlanta offense in the 8th.
The Mariners bullpen's one of the better in the American League. You've got to be able to keep this thing at a 2-run game to give the Braves offense a chance.
Two and two. So they've worked over Jesse Chavez for 25 pitches. Kirby Yates has gotten up in the Braves pen. This figures to be Jesse's last hitter. Let's hope it sends us to the 8th. Popped him up. Dansby calls everybody off and makes the play to retire the side. 2 solo homers for Seattle, and a 2-out walk turns into an RBI double and a 3-1 Mariners lead going to the 8th. Full game replays and highlights. Braves baseball is streaming on the Bally Sports app, and that's presented by Coors Light. Broccoli Man is out tonight in Seattle. Jeff?
I don't know if I'm going to eat those vegetables.
Well, Eric Swanson is on to pitch in the top of the 8th inning. He'll have 7, 8, 9. Boy, hopefully we can get a rally and we can have a Swanson versus Swanson matchup in what's now a 2-run game. Adam Frazier earned a 2-out walk and scored a big insurance run for Seattle a moment ago. Vaughn Grissom swings at the first pitch and skies it toward right center. And one pitch retires him in the Atlanta 8th. Eddie Rosario is the batter. First, a quick word from Zaxby's.
Try Zaxby's Chicken Finger Plate with Tongue Torch, Zax Sauce, or any of our sauces.
Rosario is 0 for 2 tonight. Eric Swanson, the 3rd Seattle pitcher. They got him from the Yankees for James Paxton back in 2018. He missed almost a month with right elbow problems, but looks healthy tonight in the Seattle bullpen. Very good. They have a 2-run lead. They have 5 more outs to get. Even count for Eddie Rosario. Little number back to the mound. 2 are out. And Robbie Grossman, the final hope for Atlanta in the 8th.
And this is what has kind of made their bullpen work this year, Chip. Just different arm angles, a little bit what the Braves do to you. Kirby throwing 95, Munoz comes in with that big, and then this is more kind of that Jesse Chavez type reliever. He's not going to blow you away, but he's trying to hit spots. It's a lazy fly ball, and Rosario out front.
Just 3 earned runs allowed by Eric Swanson in his last 33 games. So he has been as dependable as they come. In the 7th, 8th innings for Scott Service. And over the netting, out of play, foul. Strike 1 for Robbie Grossman, who has struck out, and he's flied out. Maybe Grossman saw the best pitch from George Kirby tonight. That Greg Maddux-like comeback fastball that shaved off a corner with a runner at first base. That was back in the 3rd inning.
And it was at 95 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It's not like it was 88.
A.J. Minter and Kirby Yates warming up. 3-1 Seattle here in game 2. Top of the zone, and Paul Hemmel says good enough. Acuna's on deck, but 2 strikes, 2 outs. Driven toward left. Haggerty coming on. Warning track and another sliding grab. This one without a bobble. Atlanta retired in order in the 8th in game 2. Otherwise, we'll have an even series heading into tomorrow's 3rd game here in Seattle. There's your pitching matchup, Jeff. That's our landmark player comparison.
Yeah, and so far on this road trip, the one thing you like about it, Marco Gonzalez, he's got good numbers, under 4.8. Left-handed, though, and the Braves have done great work against left-handed pitching. And Jake Odorizzi coming off his best start last time, so be good to get him back out there.
In the Seattle 8th, they'll have their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Kirby Yates will come on to face them. Atlanta, as we look ahead to the 9th inning, Jeff, will have their 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up. So they've got a shot, but hold them here.
You got to hold it here, and you're going through the heart of the Mariners order.
The most appropriate walk-up song for Mitch Haniger. Smoke on the water on this hazy night at T-Mobile Park.
Yeah, and the largest crowd of the year for the Mariners to see the world champs.
44,965, and it has been a awesome big league game. Ball 1 to Mitch Haniger. Max Fried started for the Braves, 2 runs in 6 innings. Jesse Chavez, a 2-out walk and a double by Rodriguez, is the run he allowed in his frame tonight. Yates, the 3rd Braves pitcher. And the splitter misses low, ball 2. Told you how much time Mitch Haniger missed with injury. Back in their lineup, hitting 3rd for Seattle. And a 39-homer man last year. Heck of a job by the Mariners to make do without him and that high ankle sprain. So he's getting back into the swing of things at just the right time for Seattle as they try to end a 2-decade-long playoff drought. 3-2 pitch. And a leadoff walk in the 8th inning. So a Eugenio Suarez with 2 hits is coming up. First, a quick word from Truist.
Tim always offered the best advice.
Hit it nice and firm.
Today, Tim is a teammate at Truist, where you can get personalized insights right on the app.
Big blow for Suarez tonight. A 2-out solo home run to dead center. Jeff, I think it's evident when you watch Kirby pitch. There'll be batters where he looks like his old self, and there are other sequences where you can tell he's still trying to get the feel of everything back.
That 2-seamer to me is what you're trying to see from him, really. And tonight he hasn't had it yet, and he's thrown a lot of splits.
Ball, no strikes. Another split finds the mark. It's an even count. Suarez mad that he didn't swing or that was called a strike.
He's mad at the call. You can tell he thought that ball was down and in, letting Paul Emmel know.
So Yates ahead of his man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And popped up. Robbie Grossman has plenty of room, and Suarez is the first out. Santana hit 2 homers last night, and we're going to have a delay as a fan has decided to run on the field here in Seattle. And that fan will be taken down in left center and escorted away here as the Braves and Mariners fight on in the bottom of the 8th. So while the Seattle security restored some order, did you know Truist Park hosts events 365 days a year, and with the holidays quickly approaching, now's the time to find your perfect space to host your group's holiday party. If you're looking for a large space or something more intimate, we're sure to find a venue to accommodate all of your needs. Visit Braves.com/events to see the variety of options available. So they've got the trespasser manacled up, and he'll be escorted out
and
the exit in right center field.
And headed to jail.
Yeah.
Hope it was fun.
So Yates gets a few more tosses to stay loose here, and Santana will again make his way into the batter's box. And they will close the outfield gates and now plays ready to resume. There's a good start. Strike 1. Santana picked up the last hit Max Fried allowed. That was a 2-out single in the 6th. Fried did a great job on Carlos with the changeup. Struck him out twice with that pitch.
Yeah, it's not easy to strike him out twice, and he kept going to it and kept getting the same result.
Yeah, look, both the starters tonight, I thought Jeff did an outstanding job of pounding the strike zone early in the count. Unfortunately for Max, 2 first pitches in sequence left the ballpark.
Yeah, one guy that rarely hits them, and then the other one who is used to circling the bases.
Sam Haggerty and Eugenio Suarez, the home run men for the Mariners. 2 balls and a strike. Right now we need 2 to get it tied. 1 on, 1 out in the home 8th. at the knees. There was a good pitch.
Yeah, that was a good one. After 3 straight splitters, 94 down in the zone.
The 2-2 offering from Kirby Yates. Out in front. Braves have found something with Santana.
Well,
look, speed's gotten him all night tonight.
It's a good pitch if you can do exactly what you did there. If you can get that location down. Kirby did a good job after that fastball of going right back to the same place. But if you hang it to Santana, that's where you get in trouble. So 3 times now, 2 changeups and a split. They've got him the hat trick.
So Cal Raleigh, the final hope in the Mariners' 8th inning. The young catcher is 0 for 3. He has struck out tonight. Again, we'll have our top of the order coming up in the 9th inning. Ball 1. Pop fly foul back toward us. And the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kirby's a strike away from turning it over to Ronald and company in the 9th.
Now there's a good fastball. So now if you can do it, you go right to that split, the same place you went Santana, and either get a rollover or a strikeout.
The 1-2 pitch.
And they threw it. Now they laid off it.
So Yates has thrown 20 pitches in the 8th inning with a full count. Mitch Haniger will get a head start from first. There he goes. And the pitch is rolled over into the shift. And the peg to first is in time. And Braves country, it's time for your rally caps. We need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead, and the top of the order is coming up in Game 2.
Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by CarShield. CarShield cars go further.
To the 9th we go in Seattle. The Mariners lead by 2. The Braves will have the top of the order coming up. Atlanta hoping for a comeback in the 9th inning against Seattle closer Paul Sewald, a man we have seen before. Jeffrey?
Yeah, he's been pretty darn good out here for Seattle this year, but definitely the Braves seen him. Ronald 0 for 6 career off him. Dansby 2 for 9. So hopefully they can get it started. Braves 1-2-3 tonight, 2 for 9, both hit singles by Dansby. But you got to get one guy on first.
Atlanta has but 3 hits through 8 innings tonight. Sewald, the 4th Mariner pitcher. And Ronald had a vicious cut and fouls that back. Sewald last worked on the 6th against the White Sox. Worked a 1-2-3 ninth for his 18th save. And a little squiver toward first. But that'll be easy for Ty France, and there's out number 1 in the 9th. And here's Dansby. He has 2 of the 3 Braves hits, as Jeff mentioned. He scored the only Atlanta run tonight. Need a base runner.
Yep.
A lot on the line in this 9th inning for the Braves. We'll explain after the first pitch to Dansby. The Braves' 8-game winning streak is on the line. Max Fried's undefeated work against American League teams is on the line. The divisional lead is on the line. As that's whacked back our way and just to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was headed toward the Braves radio booth.
I think it went in it. I didn't see it come back out, so maybe either Ben or Joe made a great play.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That's his pitch. You can see the sharp bite on it. It's tough as a hitter to lay off it.
Two outs. T-Mobile Park is rocking on Saturday night. Everybody on their feet as Austin Riley, the final Atlanta hope.
Yeah, one more guy on. Just bring up Olsen. Make it tough on him.
To the right again. The Braves have 1 strike left. That's your ball game. Seattle beats the Braves 3-1, your final score, and it sets up a rubber matchup in the wrap-up here tomorrow. Jeff?
Hey, look, you knew coming in here this was going to be a tough series, and for the Mariners with the lefty Gonzalez going and what the Braves do against lefties, they almost felt like tonight was a game they had to have, and give Kirby a lot of credit. Pitched a great ball game. They got to the horses they want in their bullpen. But Max Fried pitched a great game too. Just weren't able to get enough runs. With that being said, look, you get a chance tomorrow to come out, win a ball game. If you take 2 out of 3 up here in Seattle, you feel really good about life when you leave. So.
And you head to San Francisco on a potential high note. But Seattle and George Kirby beats Max Fried in Game 2. 3-1 is your final score tonight. All the details coming up on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity. And, of course, Jeff Kelly and I will have the play-by-play story for you tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern Time here on Bally Sports. Braves and Mariners both headed toward the playoffs and maybe a date in the World Series. Who knows? It was a World Series-like atmosphere tonight, and we'll hope for more of the same tomorrow in Game 3 of the series.